This is the Spec Ops Shooting Training Supplemental class on active shooter. Active shooter situations are always a threat. It doesn't matter if the motive is terrorism, an unhappy student, or a disgruntled employee. The outcome is the same. Columbine, Sandy Hook, Orlando, the list goes on and on. In an active shooter situation, there are only three courses of action: fight, flight, or freeze. The optimal situation would be that an active shooter would be met by the resistance of an armed public. That said, don't try to be the police. If you can get away, then do it, and do it fast. Look for exits, weapons, and stragglers. Follow law enforcement official directions if you encounter them. Be cautious upon entering buildings for additional shooters. If you do escape, try to remember the number of shooters, the type of guns they had, the number of injured and dead, the location of the shooters, and what the shooters were wearing, and any other information you think may be helpful to the police. If you can't escape, you need to try to find cover and concealment. Look for solid objects, stay quiet, and wait for law enforcement. Look to barricade your location if possible. You only want to fight if you absolutely have to in order to save your life or the lives of others around you. Do not get mistaken for the shooter by law enforcement. If you have to fight, be decisive, and remember that speed, silence, decisiveness, and violence of action are the keys to success in a fight for your life. If you have a firearm on you and you are trapped in a position where you have no choice but to defend yourself or others, then use the training you gained in Spec Ops Shooting and in this training supplemental and take out the shooter. Remember to be cautious about who is behind the shooter. If your round goes through him, you don't want to hit an innocent person. If you don't have a firearm, you can still use your strength and team up with others to overpower the assailant and disarm him before he's able to continue his carnage. Remember, sometimes there is just no time to wait for law enforcement to protect you. If you do decide that you're going to fight, don't do it halfway. Commit yourself 100%, and you may save your life and the lives of those around you. The basic rules for handling a firearm are simple. Number 1, always treat your gun as if it is loaded. Number 2, never point the barrel of your gun at anything you are not willing to destroy. Number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you have your sight on the target and you've made the decision to fire your weapon. Number 4, identify your target and what is beyond your target. Remember that even if you hit your target, the bullet may go through the target and hit something beyond that. You may also miss, so know what is behind your target and identify what you're shooting at.